were saying you had kind of this perfect family, like you gave off that impression.
Oh yeah, everybody thought so.
What's the problem?
Why can't I see?
How's it going, guys? It is Ross. The camera on my 6 is a bit smaller. People who don't have a little bit of suffering in their life are just not going to experience life. If I said that our dad hated us, it would contradict everything. Or if I said that he loved us, it would contradict, because like, how can someone who loves you like shoot you in the head? Well, it's because it ultimately was like a mistake. Most of my memories of my dad were very happy.
Nobody would have been able to predict. I mean, there's no, had he been violent or something to the kids before, but there was no predictor of that. Mark didn't physically hit me, push me. I think more of what he did was intimidation, kind of.
You can just forget about it. There's no way you're going to take my kids away from me. Not a chance. That's exactly what you're trying to do. That's what you're trying to do.
It was from that period of time, that following week, that I think Mark just totally unraveled. He called my friends, he called my family, he called some of his friends. He's like, I'm tired, I just want to go to sleep. And so they would get the impression that he was talking about suicide. Everybody was trying to like rationalize with him. It was only afterwards that I found out all these people he had talked to. Everybody's like, oh, you're so amazing, Grace, you live out. I'm like, really, I'm not that amazing. I felt like a hypocrite. I hired some after-school girls to play with him after school and help him with his homework because my brain was fried. It's just so, it just hurts so bad. I couldn't think. I couldn't function barely. I just didn't know that I could take the pain. Helped for a while, but I never finished reading it again because it just goes downhill. I think I was in a depression for 6 years. So he suffered the consequence of that. But Roz never complained. He never once complained.
The most difficult part, in my opinion, about being blind is the social aspect. Instead of asking me questions about being blind, like people would just ignore me. It was really hard to communicate with people because A, if they don't talk to me, then I don't know where they are. It made it hard for me to actually like just be a kid because I didn't have anyone to joke around with, and of course like it caused me to be like sort of bitter, you know? The whole point of the camp is to kind of help blind people realize that their vision doesn't limit them as much as they think it does. It almost felt like I was able to see again. It was my 3rd year. They wanted me to share my story to the camp because I had never really talked about it much.
And she said, Ross, your father and brother are dead. Your father shot Ryan.
Basically, there are 3 points in my life: before I went blind, after I went blind, and then after I gave my speech at Extreme Mobility. Since I kind of just stepped into the light and just showed my true colors without people waiting for it, more people started to talk to me. A lot of people at the school saw the video, and so that's how things kind of changed after that. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ross Miner and I am blind. Dixie, come. Today I'm going to be telling you guys how I braille and label and sort.
This is my Saturday morning chilling in the hot tub before I go to practice in the pool.
So you'd think I would own gloves, but I actually don't.
She got it!
I will be showing you guys how blind people are able to use smartphones. If I can just do my best and teach sighted people what I've learned, or teach blind people what I've learned about being blind, then maybe I can help improve someone else's life because of that.
Playing agency for the USA resident team, Ross Miner.
I've learned over the years, most of all, that if you're patient and you just be yourself, that things will begin to line up. When you go through something as severe as I did and you're still able to push through it and persevere, the best thing to do is be yourself, because that will eventually earn other people's respect